Happy Thursday and
Hey.
welcome to On the Move with Nan and Cam. And we are joined by our guest from Homegirl Hikes, Tae Waddey today. Thanks, Tae, for being here. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
We have worked, so Homegirl Hike, we were discussing, we've worked with y'all at River Rock for sure in the past. But we also did our Run Club grants that we just had the applications open for here at Sports Backers. First time we've done those. And we really liked reading. Cam and I were some of the people that read the applications. And it was really fun because we learned about a lot of groups. And, we know groups, but we don't necessarily know the ins and outs and what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish. So it was, really cool to learn about some that we didn't know much about.
Yeah. And obviously your group was one of them. So congrats on winning one of the grants. That's so exciting. I feel like one of the other things that we like when we were reading more about groups, I guess one of the questions was like, what are you planning to use the money for? And it was just not what I expected. Like through all the groups, like some of them were like, we want to pay a graphic designer to help like build brand awareness, or like some people were just like, we need a cooler and some water bottles. So yeah, that was really cool to see. Like, oh, I wouldn't have even thought of that.
Yeah. And just to see the varying stages of like where all these run clubs and active groups are at here in Rich. Like, because some people would be like, we've been around for 10 years and we have 100 people a session. And then other people were like, we've been a group for 8 months and we have
sometimes we have 3 to 6 people.
Yeah.
But yeah, your group is pretty big.
You're established.
Yeah, tell us about that.
So it's so funny because it kind of like fell in my lap. So I'm one of those people where I just vlog whatever I do. I'll post it on my stories, and I usually do my morning walks. And then one of my friends one day, I posted it, and one day she was like, "Can I come with you?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I remember like I posted, and I was like, "Look, guys, I have my homegirl with me." And then somebody else inboxed me and was like, "Can we come with y'all?" Then it went to like 4 people, and then I posted that, and then it went to 15, and then from there just been like hundreds ever since. It's like
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
that's so cool. I feel like I see you guys on TikTok often. I see your Instagram, obviously, but I'm always like, I'm just amazed at how is it women, mostly women, right?
Yeah, so mostly women. They can bring their kids. You can bring your dog, and sometimes the husbands come, but they're like kind of like behind, and sometimes
they like in the back.
Yeah. And sometimes they will, like, depending on where we walk, they will leave the kids with the husbands, and the husbands will like go to the park, the playground, and while we walk. So yeah.
Sweet. That's so nice. It's like the whole family getting out there. Yeah, it's a nice way to still be involved, but also sounds like you're getting away from your kids if you wanted to also.
You still have your own time.
That's right.
How long ago did you start? Did you say that? How long ago you started it?
No, so actually we started May of 2024. So a little over a year now.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's a lot of people for
that
just
really is. Especially you were telling us that it's expanded into Northern Virginia and North Carolina. So tell us a little bit about that too.
So I kind of just followed the comments. So when I will post and people are like, "Oh, do you guys come?" It started out, "Do you guys come to Raleigh, North Carolina?" And I was just like, I mean, we can.
Right.
And so I just picked a date and went. And then, and it's kind of the same for 757. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, we can come there. So I just picked a date and we went, but it kind of like became a big thing. First it was just like, we're just walking.
Right. You're like, we can come walk there.
Yeah.
Sure. You're like, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like with a lot of stuff like that, like you're not expecting, you're just going on a walk like with your friends. You're not expecting to have to then run an Instagram page and then post weekly about this. And then like that just became like a whole thing.
Yes.
And it's like your part-time job.
Right.
Yeah. It is.
Well, because I was thinking too, like, I mean, and you said that now you have some like established what you all call trailblazers that are like in the different locations that will go ahead and help more with the logistics in the other locations. But also like when you said that you just went down to Raleigh because you were like, I can. Like, that is super cool and speaks really awesome to your character. Cause like so many people would be like, I'm not going 2 hours away to help you like figure this out. Do your own thing. Like,
I'm not even
you make it.
Finding somebody that's already down there. I'm just like, no,
Yeah.
we're in Richmond.
Yeah.
We're in Richmond and that's about it.
And
oh, go ahead.
No, and it was kind of like, at first I was like, it's so many, walk and run clubs in Raleigh. And it's so funny because they were reaching out to me to collaborate. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll just hop on. Like, they know the trails. Let's just hop on with one of them. And it kind of, went from there. So our first few walks in Raleigh, we actually collaborated with other walk clubs and, went
That's really smart. Yeah.
Are you guys mostly trails or like streets, or like how do you like, what does the normal walk look like for y'all?
Mostly trails. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. What was your motivation behind starting it? I know you said that your friend just like walked with you and you posted it, but that is still a really small step to then get to where you are now. You could have just kept it to like me and my 5 girlfriends or something like that. So what was your motivation to make it larger?
So what's funny is the beginning of the year, I kind of, I asked God, what's my purpose? What can I do? How can I serve my community? And it's so funny. At first I started a lemonade stand. I'm like, this is something I can just get out, talk to people and something just different to do. Yeah. But then I don't know, it's just kind of like, I started a little podcast and that kind of took off. So that's how I got a lot of my following. And then I started just posting the walks. But in all, it has always been about just serving my community. How can I make things better? So like, to me, it was like, we're just walking. But once people started to come out and as you're walking, you're talking to people, you start to connect. And it's so many women that's like, oh, I don't go walking. I don't do that. And I'm like, you don't walk? To me, I'm like, you don't walk? But it's so many people that you'll be surprised. They're like, oh, no, this is my first time like getting out and walking. And I'm like, wow. So,
yeah.
And I feel like that, like, a walk club just sounds so simple, but there's so many run clubs. Like, there can be multiple like walk. I feel like like 2 or 3 years ago when I was walking with the RVA girls who walk, and then with Soongi, and she doesn't do it anymore. But then you guys started up, and then now there's the RVA Baddies walk or whatever. But there's like, I feel like every time there's a walk club, there's like hundreds of people who are like, I want to walk. Yeah. And I'm like, I want to walk too. Like, it doesn't sound intimidating. Sometimes people just, when we talk about that a lot with run clubs, sometimes people just need the community and like need to be around people, even if they don't know anybody.
Right. And like the barrier to entry is so much lower too for people because it's not like as intimidating. Even myself, like I am a runner. I have run for years, but I was just sitting here thinking about it. I've been walking a lot more recently, and I was just sitting here thinking about it, and I was like, I feel like a walk for me is a physical activity, but it also like it relaxes me.
Right.
And I love running, but I am relaxed after I've run. Yeah. I'm happy once those endorphins are going. Like, okay, fine, but I definitely think I can soak in like the mental benefits of a walk or a lot easier in the moment.
Yeah. And I like last week me and Dion went on a walk here for just a mile. But then when I got home, I saw like I'd passed and it was like new townhouses over here. And I'm gonna go snoop. And I was like, actually, I'm gonna walk there. And so like I ended up walking down and just like talking to myself like through video because I was like, I need to talk, but I don't feel like talking to somebody. So I feel like a lot of the times when you're walking and you're like not as out of breath, I feel like you can like really vent to yourself or vent to somebody else.
Yeah.
We talked about that last week.
We did. Yeah. It's a great way to vent with friends, I feel like, as well. Yeah. So that also, I do feel like when you were saying people saying that they don't walk, I feel like sometimes people need that like appointment feeling. Like I got to show up. People are waiting on me.
Yeah. And I noticed that now. So of course, with it being so many people, I started like an Eventbrite link so that I can kind of gauge, especially for parking, because sometimes I'm like, oh, it's a lot, but, and so it's kind of like, even if they can't make it, they're emailing me like, hey, I can't make it. I'm like, you don't have to, But, okay. So, it is that having that kind of accountability, a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Where do you guys, I know Cam asked trails but where, I realized I didn't have a question that said this, where can people find you all, and where do you normally, like, what time, what day, and do you do different trails? What does the normal kind of homegirl hike look like?
So we do different trails, and mostly it's Belle Isle, Rockwood Park, and like the Chesterfield area.
Mhm.
What else? It's another spot. It's Bird Park. Those
Mhm.
are our main three, but we
Okay.
do get out and walk other trails. So usually, through the Eventbrite link, it will just show, whatever trails we're doing that month. Typically, we try and do Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 p.m., and then Saturday mornings at 9 a.m.
Nice.
Okay.
Love that.
Yeah, that's a good time too.
Yeah.
So 6 p.m. or
Yeah.
9 a.m.
I
'Cause
know.
9 a.m.'s not too
You're talking our
early.
language.
Yeah.
Not too early. I don't like waking up
Yeah,
early on
no,
the weekend.
9 a.m. is my sweet spot.
Yeah.
What is the length typically?
We typically do 3 miles. Yeah. So, and then the pace, it kind of have us out walking for an hour. We're typically back within an hour, 5 minutes. So, yeah.
Nice. That's perfect.
It is.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm going to have to come out with you guys. Yeah.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. or 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Rockford's not too far from either. I feel like that was a lot of another thing that's really good that y'all do that. Like y'all change it up, because I know a lot of run clubs will change it up, but they still are in like the city part of Richmond,
Yeah.
and not everybody lives in the city. I mean, but I know people who drive, like for We Off the Couch. Cat drives from King William to here, and I'm like, girl, that is so far.
Yeah, we have people that do that with our training teams too. That'll be like, oh, I live in Scottsville, and I'm like, that is wild.
Yeah, you're driving an hour but that's how some people do. But when you guys move it around to like Chesterfield, or like you're in Richmond, or you're in wherever, like I feel like that also helps out a lot. Do you guys, with the Homegirl Hike 757 and the Raleigh, do y'all have separate pages, or is it all under one?
All under one.
Okay.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah.
Until it starts to become too much, and you're like, all right, you guys got to get your own.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What is your mission with Homegirl Hike? Like, what do you think? What's your mission?
So our mission is basically just building sisterhood through nature, one hike at a time. Because, of course, not only are we getting out and walking, but as you get to know each other, I know, for example, we have a lot of business owners or people that have like side hustles. And so they're exchanging information, and they're actually showing up and supporting one another. So, that's great. And then we also have personal trainers that will come out, and I always give them a platform like, hey, this is this is one of our trainers, a trainer, and I allow them to lead the stretch and lead the hike, some days, and actually get to know the ladies that come out. So that way, if you're looking for a personal trainer, you can kind of promote. So, yeah.
Yeah, I like that as like a networking thing, because sometimes I dread going to a networking event where you just got like your drink and you're running around and you're like, who am I going to talk to? But once again, if you're walking and you're just like, what do you do?
Yeah,
it's easy.
Yeah, that sounds so fun.
It does sound fun.
I feel like I've seen you guys do you have like yoga too?
Yes. So Homegirl Healing. Yeah. It's yoga and sound healing. So sometimes we have sessions. I try and do it every third Sunday of the month. And basically the ladies come out, you bring your mat, and we have everything else. We have certified instructors. And yeah, so they basically do the sound healing with a little bit of yoga. It's always beginner level, because a lot of ladies, of course, if you aren't walking, I don't expect you, to know to have yoga down pat. So, yep, we do that as well. And we're also expanding to Homegirl HIIT. So HIIT workouts with certified instructors.
Love that.
Yeah. It actually starts next week. So it kind of will replace the hikes, because of course, once it gets cold outside, I know I don't like to hike in the cold, so
No. Or dark. I was wondering about that too. Once we
yeah,
got that old 4:45 p.m.
yeah.
bedtime.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I don't like that.
No.
So yeah, so basically it'll still be the same days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 p.m., but Saturday is 8 a.m., but they're all
Okay.
inside.
Indoors.
Nice.
Nice. And will that also be an hour, or is it going to be shorter, or do you know?
Yes, it'll also be an hour. It is still certified instructor. So we actually have, I don't know if you guys know Roz from We Off the Couch.
Yeah.
She's actually one of our trailblazers too, but she will be one of the instructors. And we have about 4 different certified instructors that we're having, to come over and assist with Homegirl Hit. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, she's
That's
one of our
fun.
fitness warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are, yeah. Are these paid events or are they free?
So we do, I'm thinking maybe like $10 per class, but they can get a monthly pass. And, of
Okay.
course, we have to pay for the building and we have to pay for the instructors. So,
Right.
yeah.
Which still a good deal to me.
No, that's a
Yeah.
great deal. When those are back to like the early months when those first started, when you said, that you just posted about it and then you said, oh, I've got my homegirl with me and my friends are joining me. What did those like, when did it start to change where you were like, oh, this is going to be something big? Like, what were those early months like? And then watching it grow, what did that feel like?
So I noticed that, of course, while talking to people and they're like, oh, I don't usually get out and walk. So I was like, okay, well, I know for me, I love talking about fitness. I love talking about the foods we eat and, how they're not, the things we're not supposed to eat and why.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay, if these ladies aren't getting out to walk, wait until they find out the types of foods they're eating and, what we need to stay away from. So it kind of made me feel like, okay, I have a bigger purpose. And it
Yeah.
kind of falls back to, like I said, at the beginning where I was like asking God, what is my purpose? What can I do? And I'm like, okay, full circle moment. So this is what I can do. It kind of like, it fell in my lap, but now I know what to do with it,
Yeah.
And then when we decided to, first go to Raleigh, North Carolina and everything, I would say that was like kind of the tough part because it's kind of like, you're driving. I was driving out there like twice a week. And
Yeah. Oh
that
my gosh.
and I would drive there, do the hike, and drive right back home. So in total, it'll be 5 hours. And I was like, I gotta find, trailblazers. I gotta figure something out. So kind of setting that up where it's like, okay, it's not just we're walking now. This is like the real deal. And so,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've seen y'all do?
Yeah.
Because I've seen you do like golf, like Top Golf.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
we
fun.
did.
So, like social events.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
So we just had the Top Golf event. And so that's a part of our, we call it Homegirl Hookup, where we're networking and getting to know one another, just a little bit more off the trails. So Top Golf, we had a great time. And we just had one this past Saturday in the 757 area. It was more so of a dinner, get to know one another. And most of the ladies there were entrepreneurs. So it was kind of like, oh, I do this. Oh, I can use that service, and we can kind of trade services. So, yeah, the events are more so networking, but just in a little bit more of an intimate setting. So, yeah.
Are you in marketing and events by chance?
No, it's so
Okay.
fun. It's just
I was like, you're talking about it, and I'm like, wow, she's got the cute names. We got Homegirl Hike, Homegirl Hit, Homegirl Hangout. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you might be in marketing. No.
Yeah. But I do love like marketing. That's my favorite, thing about it. I'm one of those people, I like to sit and analyze what people do, what makes people spend their money, things like that. So it's just fun for me. One person that I noticed, or that I watch is Kim Kardashian on the Kardashians. They always show her like
That is my
building
girl.
up to whatever business, she's dropping.
Yeah.
And I love to see like how she's like hands-on. I want it to look like this. And then of course we see the outcome, but I just love the behind the scenes. And that is, something I do too. So I'm like, I love it. But she's the inspo. So
Yeah, you picked the perfect girls to talk to about that.
Yeah.
While many are
Sorry,
Kardashian haters, you're not going to find that in these
Oh.
chairs over here.
Yeah,
Not
not at all.
Yeah, that's my sister.
Yeah, we love them. And even if you're a Kardashian hater, I don't think that you can dispute that they're
Can't knock their
marketing
hustle.
geniuses. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I
What
love
is
them.
the age range? I'm figuring that we go all over the place, that it's if all ages included, but what is the typical age range at Homegirl Hike?
Ladies are typically about 27 to, I would say, about 45, 46.
Okay.
But here and there, we may have, I think one lady, she came out, she was like, she's 72. And so, but our typical range that come out is that 27 through like 46.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, I also love that, like, I know while I love our trails, that's not something that I'm also ever, I mean, I feel like that makes me sound like a scaredy cat when I shouldn't be, but like, don't ever go do by myself necessarily either.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like when we have events like River Rock and things, like I'm out there and I'm doing it and I'm like, why am I not utilizing this more? But that's a great way to get people comfortable with trails or just familiar with them. If you've never been on them, that's intimidating.
Yeah. And the trail, I will say, even though I don't mind hiking the trails during the Homegirl Hike or just, hiking the trails with other people, but if I can go to those same trails by myself, I'm like, I'm scared. Like, you just
Right. Taking in my boots.
like,
You're
no.
like, somebody is on this trail with me. I don't know where they are, but they're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've invented them in my mind, but they're real.
Right.
Mhm.
I can hear them.
Especially when it gets like too quiet, it's like, no way, I'll just turn around and like go back and go out. So yeah.
No, you need to stay talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like you said that you were like, you asked God like, what's your purpose, and you were trying to figure it out, and you started with the lemonade stand. But I think it goes to say like you did such a good job with this group and finding something that like you're not getting paid to do it. Like this is free for everybody, and you're spending your time and your efforts like doing the marketing and figuring out ways to grow the group, but it's not something that you're getting paid to do. So I feel like that goes to show that you really love what you do if you're spending so much time and effort on something that is just like a
Yeah.
hobby basically.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I don't know, I love it. Like I said, at first I'm like, oh, we're just walking, but now it's like, wow, this is something that I'm really like you said, I'm not really getting paid for it, but I enjoy it. It's just
Right.
You have to, then if you're not getting paid.
yeah.
It's gotta be your thing.
Yeah.
Were you always an active person? Is this something, or when did that kind of start for you?
So yeah, no. I was I work out, but I usually would have a personal trainer, and I was just one of those people. I mostly vlog, so I would post what I'm doing for the day and just chit chat on Facebook, Instagram, and yeah, I was not into like fitness.
Yeah.
Walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I always ask that because I feel like it's very rare we have a guest. I think we ask almost everybody that is like, yeah, I was active my entire life. Like, I feel like it's not something like as kids we play and that's like a normal thing and you're so active. And then I feel like, you leave the nest and then you're like, oh, I actually maybe should do something for myself.
Yeah.
Can't really play as much.
No. Thank you so much. I think we're going to go to your this or that questions now.
Okay.
The real rapid fire. I have one. Do you have one yet?
I have one.
Do you want me to go first? You've gone first last 2 times, which means you have to have 2.
You're right. You go
Okay.
first.
All right. So you mentioned that you've got Homegirl Hit and Homegirl Yoga that have been happening. Which one do you prefer? You yoga or hit person?
Hit for sure.
Okay.
That's crazy because that is, hit is, I feel like I would say the same thing, but
Me
hit
too.
is harder.
Yeah. I like him. Yeah. I know they're always like, there's like your cortisol levels and stuff. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm always going to like an exercise that's like that energy and intensity. And like, I feel like it's always fun because it's like the short burst where I'm like, I can do something for a minute. That's not like, I know I can do that for a minute. Like, I'm not like, oh, I can't.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like with yoga, like it involves more skill and you're like, trying to
Yeah.
like to do stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, this is hard. Like this shouldn't be hard, and it's hard, and that's why I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I think our first session, I was like, oh, I'm gonna, just put on a cute outfit and get some content for yoga, and I did my makeup and everything because we're just getting content. And
Right.
I was so sweaty. I'm like,
Yeah.
yoga is no joke.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Anytime I do it, like I used to do yoga all the time, and then now I'll maybe do it like once a month, and I'm like, wow, it's fun to just remind myself how inflexible I am.
Yeah, this is so fun that something that looks easy is so hard.
Can hardly touch my toes.
Okay, my this or that was: do you prefer going on a hike through the trails or going on a hike through the park, like Rockwood?
Through the trails for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like they're very different.
Yeah. Do you prefer your evening or your morning session?
Oh, the morning. I love the
Okay.
morning session. Yeah, get your day started. Yeah.
I think if I'm picking between like 6 and 9, this is rare for me. I'm picking like 9. I like 9 a.m.
Okay. I don't disagree because I feel like also like with Tae, obviously like she has to work and then she's like, I gotta go do this thing after work too. And so like it's like work, and then she's like, I gotta go get my people together over here. I feel like that makes for a long day.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
A Saturday morning. And then I told you that before. If
You
I
love
get up
it.
and do something, I'm like, look at how much time I have.
Cam's a baby child, so she can sleep still until like noon, which is insane.
Lucky you.
I sleep late, so when I have to get up early for something, I'm like, wow, this is so nice. I'm not doing this next weekend, but like this is really nice.
She's always fascinated that all us mature ladies at the office are like, yeah, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes after events, she'll text me just for fun to tell me like what time she woke up after we work a big event, and I'll have like texted her something at like 10:30, and she'll be like, I wasn't awake yet.
And I'll wake up and be like, you're right, I just woke up.
Lucky you. I wish.
What'd you say?
I said, lucky you, Cam. I wish. Look.
Yeah,
it's great. I think the blackout curtains help.
I'm sure it's like you're in the trunk of a car with those things.
Blackout curtains. My fiance also doesn't wake up till late, so we're both just knocked out.
It's great.
Yeah.
I have a bonus this or that to ask you since you brought up our favorite topic. If you have to pick, we know you love Kim, but Chloe or Courtney?
Chloe.
Yeah.
Chloe,
yeah.
for sure, yeah.
Right answer. Right answer.
Mm-hmm. We love Chloe and we love our girl Chris.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's our top 3.
My mom helps me a lot, so I was like, she's the Chris to my Kim. Like,
Amateur.
Yes.
Yeah, we sat here and talked one day. We were like, who's your top 3? And Chris, like, I don't care if she's not a sister. She's in the top 3.
Yeah, well, she looks like a sister now after that facelift.
Yes.
She is a sister.
Well, Tae, thank you so much. And remind people where they can find information about Homegirl Hike.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for having me. And you can find Homegirl Hike on all platforms at Homegirl Hike. And on Facebook, we also have a Homegirl Hike group. It's Homegirl Hike RVA 757. Just type in those first 2 and everything else will pop up. But we're Homegirl Hike on all platforms. And you can find us there or on Eventbrite at Homegirl Hike as well.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. What you're doing is amazing. And like Cam said, I think it's just so cool when somebody has such a genuine want to help their community in this way. So thanks a lot.
Thank you. It was great meeting you guys. And y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week.
Thanks. You too. Bye.
Bye.